And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Last year's leading rusher in the NFL, this is Jonathan Taylor. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Oftentimes when you see running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackles eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now it's Ryan. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. 1st and 10, Taylor now. Jalen Petrie coming up to bring him down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Brought down in the play by the linebacker, Christian Harris.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Coverage is awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed out all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
First and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their own 19-yard line. A man who missed all of 2021, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. Game. Third and 1. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll go again with Dobbins. Oh, look at the juke. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have more punched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that pocket when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. Great game to sell right out of the gate.
To throw is Ryan. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On the option to give to Taylor here. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Looking for Campbell downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Colts. Campbell, 47 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. From his end zone, here's Tremont Smith. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint. Down and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right. And as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 41, Ryan. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Eluded, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. 13 yards, the tally on the return there. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Houston. There you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass of the new season.
And he had a strong rookie year. So much more expected of him this one, as you might imagine. He threw that one with confidence and assuredness.
And I noticed that the celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's done it before.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Ryan. And Woods has it complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Ryan. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. They give to Taylor out of the gun. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. Third and long. It's Ryan. As this complete to Woods. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
A first down throw for Mills. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They could put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Out of his end zone, Mills. Going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you, the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
2nd down and goal. Ryan. Looking end zone, and he's got his man. It's Woods. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarter.
He's got a man complete. The 30, 20, 10. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 78 yards. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
Now Mills. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown Texans. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Texans are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Ryan. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. He's got it at the 15. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now it's Ryan. Got a man. It's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. Matt Ryan now 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Colts will extend their lead here just before halftime. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Final play of the half, Mills. Mills hit, and he loses the ball. And the Colts pick it up, but they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 3rd and 19, no problem as they're able to convert.
Oh, that's a big let off there on 3rd down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a first down, but for big yardage as well.
Going for the deep ball. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mills escaping the pressure right. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. And they'll throw again. Here's Mills. Mechie has it on the slant. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Mills now. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he's on to punt for Houston. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And some room to roam now. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 81 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They run once more with Taylor. And great blocking downfield, as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 16 more on that one and another 1st down. Off the option, here's Taylor. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Ryan. Look at end zone, and he's got his man. It's Woods. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Matt Ryan connects. Fourth touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Colts are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So take away the touchdown there, as that's going to be ruled an incomplete pass. On 3rd down, Ryan. Look at end zone, and he's got his man. It's Woods. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Colts go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. To throw for it is Ryan. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. 2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Looking to throw is Mills. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know? Yeah. The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he wisely will throw that one away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management.
Ryan hit, and he lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's returnable now for Smith. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Texans will take over.
Okay, ready?
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. After the sack on 1st down, Mills. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Yeah, he's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Looking left sideline, incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
And for the 3rd straight play, he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Finding space at the 40. Down the sideline he goes. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Texans. J.K. Dobbins. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
That good for 22 and a first down. Ryan gets this to Campbell, and he lost the football, and the Texans scoop it.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Colts are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. On second down, here's Mitchell. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
They turn to Taylor on 4th. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1. And this Texans defense stands tall. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. To try again after the sack. Mills. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mills. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Mills, 4th down, gotta have it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. 1st down, here's Mitchell. He juked him. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 50 yards on the ground for him so far. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Right back to Mitchell here. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 2, and that's good enough to just about write a finish to this one. Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And the Texans come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as